We're treating this second half of the season as a season unto itself, and we've made this absolute commitment, regardless of the situation, regardless of the scoreboard, regardless of what happened last week. We are going to treat every game like a season unto itself. We are going to stay in the moment. This is the most important game of this season, and the reason it is because it's the one we have this week, and we're going to make you guys crazy as you get to me reflect on other things, because I won't talk about anything else but this next opportunity, which is Vanderbilt, and it's a tough one. They came out the gate really strong this year. They've struggled the last couple of weeks to get a win, but they've played really good competition. They played very well. They're explosive, do all kinds of things on offense. They were explosive last week, particularly in the kicking game. They blocked a kick, they faked a kick, they returned a kick for a touchdown. They do all the things that make you crazy in the special teams area. Defensively, they've battled everybody to a standstill. So, really good football team on the road, and we're taking a team now that's no longer a rookie team. This is a team that's been around the block together. This is a team that knows what's waiting for them. We may be a little bit physically immature, but we're a veteran outfit. We're not going to use that word around ourselves anymore. You know, we've been there, done that. It's time for us to dig in and play Army football every week, every snap. For this football team, it was an opportunity for us to really focus on ourselves. Some of the things that have been frustrating us in that last season were largely fundamental, and some of them that were the result of people bouncing around to different positions and us trying to, finding ways to maximize. And I'm talking mostly about the defensive side of the ball, but how do we maximize what we are? And as a result of that, we found some guys in positions where fundamentally they were maybe at a disadvantage. So this gave us a chance to go back to training camp to fine-tune some of those fundamentals and get some guys fresh and healthy along the way as well. I think our guys will be excited to play. It's an exciting place. It's a great facility, a good football team. All these guys that got into college football got into it for opportunities like this, and we'll be excited to play. As I say, it's the most important game of the season for us. We're going to be consistently play like the Army team. We've seen what that looks like. We know what it felt like. As I say, we don't have anybody with big wide eyes anymore. We know what's in front of us. We know how challenging it is. We know how demanding the game is. Nothing's going to surprise us, and yet we know what it feels like to play our kind of football. We know what it feels like to be the Army team, and we're determined to be that, given the next opportunity. Yeah, I think the good news, and you're going to get some Wildcats. So you're prepared. They're very they do a lot of stuff, and they're going to do some things that we haven't prepared for. They're going to look at us and they're going to say, aha, we were looking for an excuse to try to run this or do the other thing, and they'll get some of that. As I said before, they'll get in on balanced lines. They'll get in empty sets. They'll get in the Wildcat. They'll run the ball with finesse. They'll run the ball with power. They throw the ball in front of you and make you miss, and they throw the ball over your head. So they've got there's evidence on tape of them doing all those things and doing them very well against good people. We don't have a history. We're this week we're wearing the patch of the 101st Airborne Division, and their motto is we don't have a history. We have a rendezvous with destiny. So we're going to make we're going to determine who we're going to be going forward. I talked earlier about playing Army football. We've seen what our football team can do when it's focused in the moment, when it's resilient, when it's determined, and it turns off the scoreboard, turns off the outside voice, and decides to compete like the Army team on the next snap. We know what that feels like. That's what we're determined to be, snap in and snap out as the season goes forward.